Alright, so what I'm going to do here is show you how to do the hauling event if all the elevators are working properly, which is a pretty big if you know what I mean. So that's what we're going to do here. As long as this thing's working. We're going to take off. We're using the raft today. Yeah, we're just coming out of, looks like Area 18 here. Blaze up into the sky and head to our pickup spot. Now once again, this is only if the freight elevators are working, which currently they are, and this is what, August 12th. So I think they fixed them mostly. You might run into some people trying to get in there and do their thing, but it might be in your way. Yeah, I've found that it's easiest to just land, help them load theirs up real quick. Two people doing the tossing with a couple of atlases is the way to go. The atlas, by the way, is the big, it looks like the thing from Aliens that Ripley used to load the cargo. You know, the big robot looking thing you get into. That's what these things are, and you'll see one here in a couple minutes. But it basically lets you toss these giant containers right where you want them, and I'll show you how to do that really fast, because it can go pretty quick if you know what you're doing. So we'll just zip off to this place and start loading stuff up with any luck. And I'll show you all of it. I think it takes me 30 minutes to do this, but I think we had some, it'll take me about 30 minutes, but we had, you know, that's if there's nobody in the way. So, of course, you got to bounce around ArcCorp here using the orbital points. And here we go, jump into Lyria, and then we'll jump to the station on the surface. Alright, now you just find there's the access point. Whoa, the raft is pretty, it's not exactly nimble. It'll oversteer and overroll and everything else, so you gotta be careful with the raft, especially if you're next to a station or something or coming in for a landing. Don't light touch on the controls, folks, with the raft. Because once you get that oscillation going, you freak out and slam it from one extreme to the other, you're gonna wreck. Alright, looks like it's nighttime on this side of the planet. So we'll jump in. See what we can do here. And what I like to do is stay in quantum travel mode, because you can go faster until you're about 10 kilometers away. And then I just switch to SCM mode, which slows you way down. You'll see the G's go way up and it slows you way down. And if you want to slow down even faster to an even lower speed, drop your gear. That'll stop you fairly quick. It's way, for some reason, it's way quicker than space braking or reversing or anything like that. So I probably could have gotten closer before I bounced into SCM mode. And if you didn't know, those are the master modes that SIG put in. There's the quantum travel mode, the SCM mode, And then I believe there's a scan mode too. Could be wrong about that. But the B button takes you from quantum mode to SCM mode. And then inside of those modes, if you click the middle mouse button, it bounces you from, like, for instance, this is the combat mode, the SCM mode. So you're limited in speed, which is dumb, but that's how they did it. And this is the only mode where you can have your shields and guns on. Also dumb. If you click, just single click the middle mouse button, it'll move you from, for instance, this is guns mode, which you can see right there. On the upper left corner of the HUD, it says SCM gun. If you click it again, it'll go to missile mode. You got to be careful with missile mode, because if you accidentally lock somebody up that you didn't mean to, it's considered a hostile act. They'll be able to shoot at you with no repercussions. So, and then the third mode is scan mode. I can't remember if shields are on or off in scan mode, or guns for that matter. I just don't remember, because I don't use it very often. Miners use it a ton, and I imagine that salvage folks might. Okay, so what I'm looking for down there is, this ship is landed. There's cargo scattered all over around it, and I'm looking to see if there's anybody out there doing anything with it. So I'm zooming in using my right mouse button to see if I see anybody running around. And it looks like a dead body lying there. And that pad is just totally jacked up. That's an upside down raft, I think. Yeah, it is. It's upside down, which is not good. I think it's upside down. Oh, maybe it isn't. I don't see anybody over there. Lots of atlases lying around over here. So I'm going to go ahead and land somewhere. Yeah, looks like a dead body sitting there. Somebody got ganked or something. I wonder how they killed him. They probably landed on him. No, in this game, somebody probably just squished him. And I don't know. Just checking to see if anybody else is out there. Now at these places there's an armistice mode, so you can't take out your personal weapons. You can't really shoot anybody until they leave the armistice mode at these bases. So, also kind of silly. I mean, there should be air defenses here to protect the decent folk against the criminal folk, but there aren't, and I am just taking way too long here to figure out if I'm going to land. I don't know what I'm looking for. Just, I need to land. Just don't want to take anybody's spot if they're, you know.
Landing gear down.
So I think I'm going to go over here. I think I'm going to land at this one. It's relatively open except for all the atlases lying around. So to do this well, you want to switch to the exterior mode. If you hold down the F4 button and roll your mouse wheel back, you can zoom out or in. I like to zoom out. For whatever reason, I didn't sitting here, so I'm assuming, yeah, I'm trying to line up. I don't know why I did this way. I'm obviously trying to line up to that hangar, the freight elevator that's right behind me for some reason. Am I going to squish that atlas? Maybe. It looks like I missed it. So I'll jump over here a little bit, move over a little, probably back. Yep, there we go. There we go.
Engines off.
Alright, so now we'll jump out and bounce down the lift. do that, if you hold down the F button while you're looking at that and then click your right mouse button, it'll bring up that wheel and you can choose the various selections on the elevators. I always like to put my elevator back up so nobody can steal my ship, so I'll hit the F there just to make it go back up, and then I'll run over. Let's see what's going on with this elevator. Grabbing the Atlas here, you can see what I mean. It's the frickin' loader from Aliens. Let's call me Ripley. But don't call me a holeless canard. Freaks. Alright, so let's go see what's going on here. Is there somebody over here? They left a mess. It's just a mess here. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't see anybody. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm setting it up. If you hold down your Z key while you're looking straight ahead in the Atlas, you can use your mouse and look left and right without moving the whole machine, which is kind of what you want to do if you want to hurl the cargo quick. Which is what you want to do. You want to hurl it quick and stack it up. So I think it's 180 SCUs of cargo for this particular mission. So these are littler elevators. You want to do them one at a time because it won't take all of it at once, because it'll fill it up. So if you hold down the Z key, you can look back and forth. Once this god-awful long animation ends, you can look back and forth from there. You hit the left mouse button, and it'll grab the cargo. And then what you want to do with these is start at the very far end, right in front of that window. And you want to start with one edge. There we go. And hook it on there. And you want to do one layer first. You'll see what I mean. And then you just stack them up, one next to each other, and we're going to do rows. Rows like this. I think it's 4 that you can stack. You just keep going. I'll do the 4th one. Make sure you get all the way at the end. You don't want to. So see how it turns red when you're stacking these. If you go low, it'll be red. And then you can bring it up and put it where you want it and snap it in, because the grid will snap in where you want it. You want to go low first so you can get as far out as possible, so you're putting it right on that first row that you put in, and you just keep going. And I'm just holding down the Z key and moving my mouse back and forth to do this. If you're in the right spot, you'll be able to get most of this first layer without it bumping. This is a good run because I'm getting it's usually that 4th box over at on this one. It would be the right edge because I'm going left to right, but it's that 4th box over on the right side that usually gives me trouble. Today these are. Did that one make it? Oh, it didn't make it. All right, so I snapped in the 3rd row. We got to fix this one. There we go. All right, I'll just try to snap it in. Sometimes if you do it twice in a row real quick, it'll just snap it in anyway, even though it looks like it's... Oh, what's going on with that? One of them's sticking out. What's wrong with that one? Oh, one of them's off. I guess it won't matter. Yeah, one of them was definitely off. And there I am trying to fix it because I got it in. Alright, it snapped in. That's good. See if that one makes it. Oh, almost didn't. Alright, so now I gotta get the next batch. Bring them up in these little tiny freight elevators. You gotta send it down. I don't know why it's... We'll have to restart it. Go back up and try it again. Because that definitely wasn't letting me lower the elevator. You gotta lower the elevator so you can get the cargo from the warehouse. And that wasn't working. Alright, so we'll grab the 18. Because I know both of them aren't going to fit. And always use the X to walk away from these. You can make this thing glitch out by not doing that. So, try to use the X to get out of that kiosk there. Yeah, nice big crazy. Alright, just like Legos. And once again, this is not sped up in any way. I didn't speed this video up. I just wanted to show you how easy it can be. You just got to play with it a little bit. You come in low so you can get it into the exact spot you want it to be in, so it'll snap to the grid. Because otherwise you can get them off center like I did with that one. I think when I made this video, and I'll show you when you put it on the okay, so we finished the first layer, so we're going to go and start putting on the second layer. You start all the way at the front of that grid. It's kind of hard to get to it. There it is. Alright. And we'll just start stacking them across, making rows, making sure we get it in the right spot. And once you've grabbed it, like when I grab it right here, it'll highlight it, I hit the button, and then I drag it to where I want it to be, and I hit the button again, and it'll put it there. Hopefully. Start the third row on the second layer. It's like a layer cake. The raft is super simple to get your boxes on. Because it's wide open like this. So you can do it from many different angles. But this is the one I prefer because you can get all the way to the front with this. There is a tractor beam on the raft. It's right up there in the corner. Those four little lights you can see, that's the tractor beam on the raft. But it doesn't seem to be able to do this as fast as you can with one of these atlases. Alright, so did I miss any? I don't know. I thought one fell off, but I could be wrong. Make sure you keep at your angle so you can just hold down the Z key and wing him. Did I miss one? I don't think so. I don't see one. Alright, let's get that last batch. And the elevator's going down. And here we go. Bringing it back up. We'll X out. Go get in the atlas real quick. And the more you do this, I mean, you'll get faster. I think it takes 16 of these kind of loads to max out your rep with each of the four. Because there's one for each planetary system in Stanton. So you've got this is the ArcCorp one, and then you've got Hurston, Microtech, and Crusader, and they each have the rewards are the same for maxing them out in each one, but it is a race for the various factions. I think in this instance, Hurston has already won. They're already maxed out, so. I don't know what happens if you max all of them out as a group, because it's not just you doing it, it's everybody. And so Hurston, I think, has already won it. And there's something special you get when you do I think that's all of them. Is that all of them? Damn, well, I guess it is. Alright, we're out. We're out of here. Unless there's something I missed. Alright, so that went pretty quick. Obviously, if you had 2 people doing it, it would go quicker, but I don't know what happens to the rep if you've got 2 people, if each get half. And then, I don't know. Alright, so now we're just going to fly back. Now, you can go to Bygenie Point and do it, or you can do it at Area 18. I like going to Area 18 because it always gives me, in my case, it gives me that extra large hangar. You can do a whole lot with this raft as a medium shift, I think. And when I go into the extra large hangars, I can back it right up. There's enough room to turn it around and everything, and I can back it right up to the freight elevator you'll see in a second here. Because I'm going to back it right up there and just yeet these cargo boxes onto the big freight elevator. And you can do all of them in one freight elevator at Area 18, because the freight elevator there is huge in the extra large hangar. And I believe that when we're doing this, you have to do a single layer of cargo. I think they fixed it now. You can stack them if you wanted to, but that whole 180 SCUs of cargo fits in a single layer in the extra large freight elevators in Area 18. So at least in the extra large hangar it does. I think it does in a large hangar too. I think I've done them in one of my other tunes in a large hangar. Not all of my tunes have access to the extra large hangar because they're poor. Money can't buy happiness, but it does get you an extra large hangar. Alright, so here we go to Area 18. If you've never seen ArcCorp, this is the planet ArcCorp, and it's all covered. It's like, what's this? The planet in Star Wars. I'm kicking myself because I can't remember it now. I'm having a senior moment. Begins with a C core or something. Anyway, it's like that planet. It's, many, many layers of stuff covering the entire planet. There's no exposed areas to land. You have to land at assigned areas because it's all city. Beautiful game. I can't wait to see it on my new PC. Alright, so like I said, I'm still in QT, quantum travel mode, fuck master modes. Anyway, those lights you see flashing, that's always where you're going to find the spaceport. They added those a few patches ago because people were, especially at night or in clouded weather, like you can see the clouds here. Sometimes it's completely overcast. These spaceports can be hard to find sometimes. They all have those lights now that go straight up into the sky, so it's kind of easy to find them now. Before with this one, it was real easy because it looks like one of those Republic cruisers. If you look as we get closer here, you'll see what I mean. It's red and white. It kind of looks like a crashed Republic cruiser from, what was that, Attack of the Clones or something? One of the, I think it was episode 2 where they crashed that Republic cruiser. I think that was it. But as you can see, it's red and white and kind of has the same kind of shape. Except there's a highway running through the middle of it. There's all kinds of restricted areas you're not supposed to fly too close to. Some of those buildings you can fly between, though. I'm not going to do it with a raft fully loaded as it is right now. So I'm going to cruise in here and I'm going to drop it into SCM mode because that slows you way down. You can see the G's peaking as the speed comes off. I'm not sure what their physics explanation for this is, but the gear I get, because the gear, I mean, Gear adds drag. So then I hit my Alt-N, and it gives you the hanger. There's the extra large hanger there. So we're going to zip in there, and I'll show you what I mean about how big this extra large hanger is.
Warning.
Because it is ginormous.
Warning. Warning.
Looks like somebody else might have been trying to land there. I think that other hangar was opening. They're going to get out of their way. Get out of their way! Get out of their way. Alright. So I know I'm across the axis of it. Oh, wait a minute. What did I... No, I know what I'm doing. We'll make sure the back end is facing the freight elevator. Ew, whoa. Like I said, small inputs on the... Oh, there's the ship that was taken off. I don't know what that is. A Starlancer tack, maybe? That was kind of cool. Alright, so as you can see, I've zoomed out. I like to do straight overhead so I can tell exactly where I'm landing. So the freight elevator is going to be behind you. There's two of them. So you can get one in the upper right corner. Those bright lights there on the ground, the yellow and black cross hatching. That's one, and then there's another one directly underneath me and behind. So I'm going to come down in. I think I got my gear down already. And I'm going to back it up until I'm close to that freight elevator. And they're big. Like I said, this will hold all the cargo. And you can do this for regular hauling too. I mean, you want to use an Atlas if you got one. The raft is awesome for most of those hauling missions. And you can actually attach one of those Atlases to the cargo grid on the Argo raft. You can see I have an Atlas sitting there ready to go. I think I might need to go left a little more. Hopefully I didn't squish my Atlas.
Engines off.
Okay. So we're going to get out and we're going to yeet all those boxes into the freight elevator. You do have to snap them to the grid, otherwise I don't think they count. You can't just yeet them in there and have them all haphazard on their sides and crap. You can see there was two options there, one for upper deck and one for exit ship. So I went to the exit ship. There's my Atlas. Might even be in about the right spot. But we got to bring the elevator up first so we can put stuff on it. So we'll just bounce in here real quick, hit the up, raise elevator button, X out, put on the Atlas. And we'll start yeeting cargo boxes, giant frickin' cargo boxes. With the tractor beams, you know. There's all kinds of different tractor beams in this game. There's the vehicle-mounted one. It's like the ones that are on the raft. The Cutlass Black has one too. I think a lot of the cargo-oriented ships do. Surprisingly, some of the big ones do not. I'm not sure about the whole series if they have them. The Crusader C2s and M2s do not have them. At least not that I've found. Spin it. That way I can get close to the elevator. Let's see here. Yep, I can get to them all. Alright, let's start yeeting them. Now I'm going to go for the very far corner. And I'm going to bring them all the way across. You want to go beyond it and then snap it to that one so that it lines up. There we go. And then once again, same thing. Go beyond it and bring it in. Same thing, and this is how we're going to do all of this. Move it and then come down, and you'll be able to snap it to that one. Alright. Getting them off for some reason seems to be easier than putting them on because you don't have to worry about them, you know, getting in each other's way and not snapping to the grid right. can see we're yeeting them off here pretty quick. I'm saying yeet too much. Gotta stop doing that. Alright, Shazam. I won't say that too much more. Once again, this is not sped up. This is just how this thing works. Once you've figured out how to aim this, you go up a little bit and then bring it down. And like when you're putting them on the raft, you're going to go a little low and bring it up to try and get it where you want it. Or you can go above as well. In this case, I'm going above because at the time of this video, you had to do one layer. You couldn't stack these boxes. I think these freight elevators will take them stacked 3 high. And I believe that now you can stack them if you wanted to. It's just as easy to just do it this way. You can see how much bigger this freight elevator is than that other one at the outpost. It's huge. I think there are only 3 across on those. This one is 8. So you can fit a lot of cargo on these. You can see I'm really moving now. Getting the hang of this. And these tractor beams on these Atlases have a really long range. The ones on the ships do too. But like I said, you can't do it quite as fast as this, I don't think. Unless I've been doing it wrong. I mean, that's possible. It's possible. I think I got that one out of place. I don't think it's snapped. Yeah, I don't think it's snapped, so I'm going to make sure it snaps in. OCD kicking in there. I missed one. This one on the top. Maybe I didn't. See the window on the back of the... There's a window where you operate the... Actually, that window might be in the kitchen on the raft. I can't remember. Now, these I'm just being picky. I'm just making sure they all go in line. See, that one I wasn't as picky with. I just snapped it wherever. That one, same thing. I think we're done. Yep, we got them all. All right. So then to finish this, all you do... I don't know what I'm doing here. Am I getting out? Yeah, I'm getting out. So then here, all you do is you come over, bounce into the thing, and you're just going to lower the elevator, and it's going to give you a mission complete thing. Make sure everything is full. Those little green numbers all match. And you've just completed the mission. The hauling mission. If you're not into FPS combat or ship-to-ship combat, you know, this is what hauling is like. The hauling missions. You can make a lot of money doing those hauling missions too, depending on the ship you're using and how big it is, how much stuff is in it you can carry. So, you know, I mean, if that isn't your thing, you know, get yourself a drink and, you know, go ahead and do some hauling. Be a space trucker, you know? So, and that's how you do that mission. Nothing to it. I'm going to move my Atlas off the platform here so I can put the raft away. because otherwise the Atlas will fall down into the hangar floor. So I'm going to move it back over here, so it'll be just sitting here waiting for me when I get my next cargo mission in here.
Successful delivery. You did such a good job. You should probably take another contract as soon as possible, right? Talk soon.
And there you go. That's how you do one of the large cargo hauling missions for the event. The Second Life, I think it's called. Second Life Resource Drive. And as you can see, you know, Hearst and HD up at the top there already won it. They're maxed out. So approaching what I need to get the SMG. Alright, have a good one, guys. Bye.